Hi everyone, I'm going to start a new playlist on this channel called Let's Talk. So let's talk about the Mediterranean diet. Now I already had a frequently asked question video that I made a while back, and I answered about 3 or 4 questions in that video. But I've been getting so many questions about the Mediterranean diet on so many different topics that I thought it's too many to put in one other video. So I think I'm going to start a whole playlist and I'm just going to try to go through them one by one and answer your questions. So I've already made a coffee video. If you haven't seen it, I will put a link to it up here because people ask me if they can go to Starbucks or if they can drink coffee on the Mediterranean diet. But today I want to talk about pasta because I get this question all the time. Can I eat pasta on the Mediterranean diet? Is pasta appropriate for the Mediterranean diet? People ask it in many different ways. And the answer is yes, you can eat pasta because, like I always say, the Mediterranean diet isn't really a diet. You're not really cutting things out. You're changing your lifestyle. So people in Italy who are known for the Mediterranean diet eat pasta all the time. I mean, they probably eat pasta almost every single day. Now, I can't claim that every single person in Italy eats pasta every single day, but they do eat it a lot. The difference is that they eat very small portions of it. So pasta is a course throughout a meal. It's not the whole meal. So a lot of times in the United States, if you go out and you order pasta in a restaurant, you'll get this gigantic half-pound plate of pasta in front of you and like, oh my God, I'm never gonna be able to eat all this. But then you know what? It tastes good and then you eat it. Or you take it home and you finish it later. But in Italy, when they eat pasta, they may have a 3-course meal. So they might start out with something like a little antipasto or maybe a little vegetable of some kind or a little fish or some kind of appetizer type of thing that we would think of. The next course then is called the primi course, and it's the first course, and it's usually pasta, it might be risotto or something, but this is when they eat pasta and they eat a small amount of it. So you'll see, if you ever see pictures on Instagram of people eating in Italy, they'll have a bowl of pasta in front of it. It'll be like a little twist of pasta. It's not a lot. So if you look at my video that I just made on how to make a pistachio cream sauce for pasta, I talk a lot about portion sizes in that video, and you see that at the end of it I make a tiny little thing of pasta. So you're still getting your pasta and you can eat it in luscious sauces and things like that, but you're not eating a gigantic amount of it. So when you're done your primi course of pasta, you move on to your entree, which might be a fish, or it might be chicken, or sometimes it's meat. But pasta is a small portion in a larger meal. So you still get satisfied by eating all of the foods that you would eat. We would put them all on one plate at one time in the United States. But a lot of times we'll just eat pasta. We'll eat spaghetti and meatballs, or we'll eat chicken parmesan with pasta or something, and it just fills the plate. So yes, good news, you can eat pasta on the Mediterranean diet. It really just depends on how much you make and how it's prepared, because I'm not scientific and I'm not a nutritionist, so I can't make claims about this, but I did hear a nutritionist talking about pasta, and she said that people are carb crazy in the United States and we're afraid of eating carbs. But pasta, when it's cooked al dente, is actually good for you. It's when we overcook pasta that it becomes more of a high glycemic food, to where it starts breaking the carbohydrates down into sugars right away. So I don't know if that's true or not. I did hear someone who is a specialist talk about that. But also, I think a lot of people try to eat alternate pastas, and that's fine too. If you want to eat an alternate pasta, go ahead. Like, I don't particularly care for whole wheat pasta. I kind of think it tastes like cardboard, but a lot of people like it. And there are a lot of other pastas out there as well. There's brown rice pasta and chickpea pasta and quinoa pasta. A lot of people, a lot of companies now are making pastas out of alternative ingredients if you are worried about eating pasta. But still, no matter what type you choose, if you choose regular old-fashioned semolina pasta, or if you choose one of the new alternate pastas, still make it a small portion because it's still a carb. And yes, you can eat carbs, and you don't have to be afraid of them on the Mediterranean diet. It's all about the portion sizes and moderation. So again, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. So just get used to eating a small portion of pasta as part of a larger meal. So I hope you're finding this to be good news, that the answer is yes. It just is modified with moderation and how it's prepared. Because you also don't want to put it in lots of like really decadent sauces. Because, a lot of times in Italy they'll make it with like some vegetables, and then the natural juices of the vegetables might be the sauce for the pasta, or they might put a little olive oil and some hot pepper. There are all kinds of ways you can eat pasta. So I also have a pasta playlist, which I will link down below, with different kinds of pastas, and I've been building up that list with different ways that you can make it yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it makes you feel better about eating pasta. Thank you for joining me. Please share this video with your friends, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.